Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another episode. Um, today we're gonna clean a 1935 Canadian 1 cent. It is not in the best shape, right? But this is a perfect example of a coin that somebody could bring in, right, along with other coins and have it cleaned or conserved, right? Or you could do it yourself because it has some type of, sentimental sentiment, right, to you, right? Grandfather or grandmother's date of birth or year of birth, right? Parents' year of birth, some, right? Something tied to that year or Canadian or the monarch, which is um, King George V, right? So basically, if you haven't seen my other videos, right? What I do is first, my name is Johnny, and I'm the owner of Vintage Avenue Rare Coins and more. The and more part is because I also do exonumia, which are medals and medallions and tokens and all the other stuff that's not coins but are round and metal. Um, So basically, it's simply like my other coins. Excuse me. Is we need toothpicks, and you can use the same ones. Doesn't matter. These are bamboo toothpicks and Q-tips. Um, I don't reuse the same ones. Once I finish a coin, unless they're the same, right? Like if I'm doing, let's say, all British, you know, half pennies, right? Or whatnot, then I'll keep on reusing the Q-tips. Now the Q-tips come out very soiled, like the way I believe this one is going to be. I changed them up. So the product that I'm using today, or that I use all the time, is coincare, right? So I just moisten up a nice Q-tip. It has a wooden shaft, right? CoinCare is your best friend when it comes down to cleaning coins because it is the only coin liquid that I know of. There might be others, but I really don't know how those work. Um, but I fell in love with CoinCare. Smells good. It doesn't intoxicate you. Um, it's a mixture of chemicals with a citrus scent, right? Um, this looks like it has PVC damage because it has little green around the dirt, and it has some damage on the coin itself. Those streaks there look like either something ran over it, right? You can see from the rim being bent, right? But basically, we're just gonna take off all that green stuff. See that gunk? That's called PVC damage, and we're just gonna rub it in. Now, a coin like this doesn't have much of a value because one is damaged. Two, I believe in 1935 has it's like $5, I think, maybe less, right? But a coin like this is a couple bucks. It's basically a spot filler if you're collecting them to fill up your coin, your typeset. So you see all of that green, that is because this is PVC damage. Um, but CoinCare takes care of that, you know. If you're interested in my service, you will contact me on Facebook. right? Coin cleansing or conservation. I also sell and buy coins. So if you have a nice foreign coin collection for me to look at, you could hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, or email. Send me pictures and we'll take it from there, right? So then I just moisten it up just like that. And I just go around with the toothpick, debrading any debris, any muck, dirt, grime, grime, um, and that's pretty much it. Like I said before, this does not hurt the coin because the coin is already in circulated condition. It is also in damaged condition. And what I'm doing here is I'm just cleaning off the surface to help it survive another 80 years or so, maybe more, right? Because PVC damage will destroy your coin over time, and you don't want that, you know. Especially if it's something in your collection, like something that you might pass on to your kids or your nieces or nephews, anyone that shows interest, right? A neighbor. Um, so we want the coin to be in pristine shape. And like I said, this doesn't hurt the coin. Now, if it's an MS state, which means mint state, right? Anything like almost AU 58, almost uncirculated, right? Um, you know, you don't want to do this because you could give it some fine scratches, right? For coins in higher grade, you want to acid dip. There's a product called E-Zest, like easiest, I guess, break it down. There's an acid created to dip coins, particularly silver coins and gold coins, right? To remove tarnish and patina, right? To keep the coins in pristine shape. If you dip a copper coin in that, you destroy the beautiful brown patina that took years to create, and you don't want that, right? I mean, if that's what you want, right? If you want your coins to be shining, then that's on you, right? Your collection, your coin, you do what you want. But just that keep in mind that you just destroy the value of that coin, right? Assuming that it is a valuable coin, right? Um, you know, then let's take a clean, right? And basically, I would do this until the Q-tip comes out 99% clean. But the coin will be only between 90 and 99% clean because you can't get in all the crevices, all the cracks. You know, um, that's just impossible. I mean, you could, but you're gonna end up hurting the coin even more because now you gotta get finer and finer tools, which usually only come in steel or brass, and that will basically still scratch your coin. But a coin like this, you can see it already looks nicely hydrated. It looks clean. You can see the ledger. You can actually see his cloak, right? More of the crown, you know. So while a coin like this isn't, super it doesn't have a value, um compared, I can't even talk. A coin like this, the value of this coin isn't super high, right? Because of the condition that it's in. But right now, the details here is actually fine details, right? It's between very good to fine details, because you can still read the ledger. You can see, well, I would say fine, right? It's a fine, it's a higher grade than very good, right? Right, you can still see the crown. You see his nose, his eyebrow, right, his mustache. But then you have rim damage, and then you have some scratches across the fields, right? But a coin for your typeset is perfect. Maybe near 1935, Canadian 1 cent, right? So now we'll take a closer look and we'll see what we missed. So bear with me here. Okay, let's check out for any dirt. So now what I do is I just pick at it with a toothpick, right, and see what comes off. If anything flakes off, then I will abrade. I will moisten it again and then abrade it. Let's see, let's go for a newer. See, like the ease, usually stuff that's tight, you know, it's a little harder to get in, right? Let's see. Okay, there's probably a little bit of corrosion because nothing came out of there. So I just pick through it, make sure that there's no dirt. Sometimes even the ear holds dirt, right? And so it's always the ease. The ease are always hard to really get in. Um, there's a nice little scratch right across the field. Why is that little scratch? Well, sometimes it could be a planchette crack, but and I think it is. See how it rolls over or moves over here? So let's go in deeper and let's see if that is a planchette crack. Yep, I think that is a planchette crack. Let me put it on the loop and double check it. Um, I mean, it looks like one because you could see it the way it was. It doesn't look like a scratch, right? A scratch will have the scratch will actually lift some of the metal of the coin up, and this looks like it's in the coin itself, right? And then we look right here, you can see the distortion, right? So now let's go in even closer. There, see it? Let's go in closer. Give me a second. Let's do the full 250 times. And yeah, I believe that is. So you see how it's inside, right? There's it's a crack because there's no flashing of metal coming up. Because when you scrape, right, the metal has to go somewhere and it will flash upwards. This doesn't have that. So we have a 1935 Canadian 1 cent with a planchette crack, which gives a little bit more, of a nice a value to it, right? If you collect stuff like that, I like them. I like planchette cracks. I like die cracks. Die cracks are more fun because you really see it because it sticks up. It's like a mountain. Imagine a nice, a gorge running across the coin. Not a gorge, a valley, peaks and valley. I don't know, but a nice mountain because it's high. In fact, you see it right here. If we look here, this is a gouge, right? So if we would zoom in to that portion, right, you will see how you see how the metal pushes up when it's gouged compared to the crack itself, the planchette crack, right? That's the difference. That's how you know what gouge is to a crack. So, so this is a planchette crack. Okay, I think it's nice and clean. As you can see, we kept all the original patina. It's a nice chocolate brown, right? It has some damage of the patina here, which I'm not sure if that's from abrasion or if that's an acid strike, an old acid cleaning from back in the days somewhere, some point in time, you know. Um, no, I think we have another planchette crack right here. Supposed to be a cleaning video, but it became a hunting, right? Hunting video, hunt for the cracks. Let's see. Nope, it was just some shadowing. Yeah, you know what? Those bite marks look more like an acid. That's a scratch on top. Yeah, no, there's no other cracks. Okay, let's move on to cleaning. 19 minutes in. Go back to cleaning. Now let's do the reverse so you can see how grimy it is still. See the difference? See how the fields have that dirt um, so I'll take the same Q-tip, since basically it's still the same material, right? The same type of dirt. It's not gonna hurt the coin, you know. So we'll pass this one here, and then I'll get a fresh one. Now this is your first video you are watching. Um, like I said, my other ones I don't put a lot of force. I'm just using the weight of my hand and fingers and doing small circular motions counterclockwise because I am right-handed, and sometimes I do some lateral movements up and down, left and right. You know, but you can see this coin had a lot of dirt in it. Okay, let's grab the Q-tip now, and I use a more rounded Q-tip. I mean Q-tip, the toothpick, right? Because right now I'm just cleaning the surface, right? I'm abrading now. So the coincare softens everything up. It lifts stuff that it could lift, and then the toothpick finishes it off. I go step by step, section by section, as you can see here. Um, you know. Sometimes the beauty of cleaning a coin, you get to see surprises, like a coin planchette crack, or a die crack, because those you cannot see under the dirt, you know. So now I just go around with the soaked Q-tip, lifting up what I've loosened up, right? Then we progressively go from medium dirty, semi-used Q-tip, sop up all the soppy mess here. Then we'll move up to a little cleaner coin, Q-tip. And you can see how the little cleaner Q-tip dries it out, picks up more of the dirt. We just go around and you can see it how it really just cleans it out nicely. Which is what you want, right? You want it to be cleaned out nicely. Okay. And then we go for what I go for now, a fully clean Q-tip. And we finish cleaning the coin, right? Basically, the Q-tip should come out clean. If the Q-tip is not clean, that means it's dirty still. Let's see, do we have... Nope, there's no planchet crack on this one. I prefer these older pennies, Canadian 1 cents, than the newer ones. Um, but I'm not a big fan of Canadian coinage. But doesn't mean I won't accept them and clean them up and sell them. You know, every coin deserves every coin deserves to be cleaned and conserved. You know. Okay, so make sure that the rim, something hit it hard right there. So you can see the rim dings. So now I pass the liquid over the rim as well. See, there was some PVC damage there also. And let's give it a fresh Q-tip. Make sure that rim. Okay. So now let's just pass a nice clean Q-tip over both surfaces. This has a little bit more dirt, but that's fine. We'll take care of that right now. Now with coincare, remember with coincare, you want the coin to look cleansed but not soggy, right? You don't want it to look wet. Okay? See, this one is cleaner. So I keep on passing it until the coin looks cleaned but dried, right? And you can see it. It's a nice shiny surface. Well, not shiny. It has a and it's still matte, but it has a mild sheen, right? And that's what you want. The coin should not look dipped. It should not look like it's in grease, right? Or it's been lacquered or shellacked, you know. Now, be that this is a copper coin, remember copper suffers through a lot more ailments than nickel or aluminum, right, or zinc. Even though we don't have zinc coins anymore, at least not here in the U.S. Um, but moisture will mess up your copper coins if left unwatched, right? So go. You should look at your collection, at least once a month, right? Once every few months. Especially when you live in a moist or a humid state, right, or country. Right now, if it's a coin like this, you can take a little bit of Renaissance wax and put in a little bit of wax on the surface. I mean, it's your coins. You can do what you want. You want to protect it, right? Um, if not, you will have to cleanse them like this once every 6 months, right, or once a year, and that's it. There we go. Compared to the way this Canadian 1 cent was in the beginning. I don't know. You be the judge. Let me know what you think. Okay. So if you like the video, comment below. Let me know what you think. If you're interested in a nice cleaning service, let me know also. Contact me through Facebook, email, or Instagram. Um, Subscribe so you can stay up to date for the next videos because I have a lot of coins that I want to go through. If you have coins to sell, contact me also. If I didn't mention that just now. So thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.